Hey everybody, I'll be right with you. Hey Kathy, I'll be there just a moment. Hello Ruth, just sharing this to a couple places and then I'll be right there. Okay. Hello everybody. Happy Monday. Hi Kelly and Ruth. Thanks for popping in tonight. If you guys are new and you are just hopping in, please be sure to say hello and let me know where you're from. Hey. Hi Leslie. All right, so I'm a couple minutes late today. I got my whole live set up and then I realized I was broadcasting to my team page by mistake, so sorry. Yeah, it's been one of those days, but I'm getting through it. It's all good. Hey Leslie, how are you doing? So today, I don't know if you noticed it, but I took a drive down the street to get some gas and a couple other places, and I happened to notice that there were a couple trees that were changing colors already. I know it's the end of August, but I'm not quite ready, but another week or two I probably will be. So today we're going to be doing a Hello Autumn project. This is a big surface that we're working on, so I might have to stand up a little bit just to make sure that my transfer is straight. But first of all, I just wanted to say welcome, and I'm going to switch my camera over so that we can visit. Let's see. Come on now, cooperate. This is weird. There we go. Almost got it. Gonna have technical difficulties tonight, right? Of course. There we go. All right. Okay, I'm gonna move that for now, but I will let you know about my website later. This is a beautiful transfer, new for fall, called Hello Autumn. It says, gather here with grateful hearts, hay rides, bonfires, apple cider. Perfect for fall, right? So I'm working on an 18 by 18 Sylvia chalkboard. I just want to show you this frame. It is so pretty. It's a little bit larger than our Graysons, and it looks a little bit different from our Aidens because it's not distress and it is not a magnetic chalkboard. This is a beautiful, beautiful board. If I can sit back just a little bit, I just want to show you how big this is. This is 18 by 18, and I have the perfect spot for it. And you'll have to see that later. All right, so because this is a bigger transfer, you're going to want to be really careful removing the carrier sheet from the transfer, and I'll show you why in just a minute. So, all right, I got it. So, all right, so this is a pretty big transfer. Before you guys get started on any of your projects, here's just a reminder for you, because I have done this a few times. Check the back of your chalkboard and make sure that the hangers are at the top and they're at the right position, because I have actually done projects upside down before and it's never a happy thing. So before I get started with this, I am going to write on the back, as I always do. I move things around a little bit so that I couldn't, I don't know where to put it, so that I'd have a Sharpie on my table, but I don't have it with me. So instead of peeling it from the front, I'm going to do this from the back. So to peel your transfers from the carrier sheets, usually if you just roll your thumb along the edge, it should peel up easily. I see people fighting, trying to get their fingernail in there, and it's really not that hard. Just kind of roll your finger. But instead of peeling the transfer off of the carrier sheet, we're going to turn it upside down and peel the carrier sheet from the transfer. The reason is, if you're doing it from the opposite direction, there's a pretty good chance that it's going to fold in half on top of itself. It happens a lot. So that's just a really good tip for you guys. Peel it from the back. Hello, Corin. How are you today? So I'm also going to be fuzzing this transfer. It is a brand new transfer. And normally I would flop this over and attach it to my fuzzing cloth. Obviously I don't want to do that because I've seen these stick really, really tight, and if that happens to you guys, try not to panic. It feels really awful when it happens. Just put it in some lukewarm water and work work it out nice and slow and easy, and it should come apart. So instead of putting my transfer on top of my fuzzing towel, I'm going to put my fuzzing towel on top of my transfer. So I'm just going to plop it down and give it a rub. And this is going to prevent it, another way to prevent it from folding on itself. What is that? A little stick on there. Looks like a piece of raffia that I may have used before. And so I'm just going to keep doing that. I usually do it a couple of times. What this does is it takes a little bit of that stickiness away from your transfers. Sometimes they can be so sticky that they're hard to remove from your surface. And just adding a little bit of lint from your transfers. If it's smaller than this, I would probably say you could even use a t-shirt or your jeans or whatever you got. If you have a towel at home, that works great. This is a Couture fuzzing towel that I'm using, and it's terry cloth on the side that I'm fuzzing with, and the other side is a microfiber. And what I like to do with the microfiber side is I dry my transfers on it after I've cleaned them. They are reusable. You can, after you're done using them, bring them to the sink, wash them in lukewarm water. I love board erasers to clean them with. They come in a 2-pack like this. Nope. Stick it to your transfer though. They're about $3 for 2 of them, and they're sort of like a magic eraser, but there are no chemicals in it, so it's safe for the environment, it's safe for your transfers, and it's not dangerous for your skin either. So, board erasers, you've got to have some. All right, so I'm going to really carefully flip this over. Hello, Tracy, welcome. And again, be careful that you do not stick it to itself. I did okay, huh? All right, so I'm just going to slide this into the position where I think it's going to go. It's pretty easy on this because the transfer is about 18 by 18 and so is the chalkboard. So it's pretty easy to get it in the right spot. I like that. There we go. That was way too easy, right? All right, so when you're working with a big transfer like this, you want to be sure that you have everything smoothed out. You have no bumps, bubbles, or folds in your design transfer. So any part that you can see the black showing through, that is actually a screen. There's a mesh screen that goes through this whole design, which gives you all of the detail that you see. I'm going to bring this up real close. I want you to look at the letters, and you can see that there are little like rustic marks in them. Can you see those little dots? Those make everything so much more interesting to see. And that is something that you could never do with a stencil. So silk screens are the way to go if you like detail. So I'm going to take my small squeegee and just kind of smooth from the center of the transfer out, and that will take out any bumps, bubbles, or folds that you might see. I can see that I have a bubble right here. You can hear them pop when you go over them. It's really kind of a neat, like Rice Krispie sound. So you want to just go over your whole design, starting in the center, just work your way out. You want to have them nice and tightly attached to your surface. And I'm actually going to start with the top part here, so I'm going to work that part especially. We're going to do the paste and peel method. I could try to do this transfer all at once, but you know what, guys? I am not that fast at chalking. I see some designers that are fast and they can do a whole transfer without pulling it up. Not me. My paste would dry and stick to my transfers. So I would recommend you do the paste and pull method, especially if you're just learning or you're slow like me. I don't have any problem being slow. All right, so it feels pretty good. So tonight we're going to be working with 3 colors. You need a fuzzing towel. Yeah, I love my fuzzing towels. So we're going to be working with papaya. I've been using this like crazy lately. We're going to be using Shimmer Harvest, which is a gorgeous goldish color. And we're also going to be using Shimmer Red. We have a new Shimmer Red called Shimmer Crimson, which is more of a darker cranberry kind of look, but I still have this one, so I'm going to use it. It's not that much different. So, are you ready? Are you ready? So I'm going to start with the, what should I start with? Let's check this here. I'm going to start with the papaya. And I'm going to do Gather Here with Grateful Hearts and the 2 little dots on either side. I'm going to paste those. We're going to pull it back, let it sit for just a second, drop it back, and we're going to move along down to Hello Autumn. So you'll see what I mean about that in just a minute. Oh, sponges. Oh my gosh, board erasers, gotta have them. I don't know what I'd do without those. I just don't know. So I'm using papaya, and just before I came live, I did stir this up a bit. I'm just going to check it one more time. This jar felt like it didn't have very much in it. I had a lot stuck to the edges. So I scraped it all out, thinned it with a little bit of water, and stirred it up really well. And now I've got plenty. There's a lot in here. It's amazing how much you can squeak out of one jar. So to get going, I'm going to use a mini squeegee on this one, because you want to use about the size squeegee of the job that you're doing. So I probably would use a bigger one on Hello Autumn, probably this size. Do you see the difference? So I'm going to do, this is just small letters here, so I'm just going to scoop some of my papaya and start working my way around the transfer. So all I'm doing is covering the letters with the chalk. I'm leaving it kind of thick. If you are brand new, be sure to leave it thick, because you want to be careful that you scrape off all the excess paste before the chalk dries. So we're just going to go all the way around here with a nice thick layer. I'm not worried about wasting any of this, because all of the excess is going to get scooped right off and put back in the jar. So not so beautiful yet, right? But it's really pretty color. So I'm going to go back in, and with my squeegee, I'm going to like snow plow it off and back into the jar, so that all you can really see left is a little bit of a shadow, and you'll see the letters clearly right through the transfer. See that? Oh my gosh. You know what? I do too. They came back for a minute and then they were gone, and I didn't get any papaya. It should be soon though. And I was actually thinking about this earlier, Leslie. I was thinking that if you mixed a little bit of bark with the orange peel, you probably could get a very similar color. Mix a little bit of brown with your orange peel. I know, we all like what we want, but it doesn't always work out that way. All right, so I've got the whole thing covered, and I've scraped off the excess. Now I'm going to take the transfer, if I can grab it, and I'm going to peel it back for a second. And there we go. The peel and reveal. Ta-da! Isn't that beautiful? You've got a glare there like crazy, huh? Let me see if I can fix that. My lamp is so hot. Is that better? Maybe not. All right, well, we're gonna have to deal with it for tonight. So we've got Gather Here with Grateful Hearts. And as I said, I'm just gonna let this sit for a second. I could go in with my dryer and dry it, but I don't always like to do that, because you do run the risk of heating up your transfer, which can cause some stretching and warping, so I don't really worry about it. It will be probably thoroughly dry in about 5 minutes, but I'm just gonna let this drop down very gently. And I'm going to go back in and smooth down Hello Autumn again. A little chunk of orange on there. Smooth that back out. I'm just going to avoid that orange area. If you guys have any questions as I'm going, please, please, please ask me. Okay. This to the side for now. Sorry, this is such a big project, you can't really see what's on my table, but I've got my colors and my stir sticks and squeegees. Everything's here. And this is Harvest Gold. It is such a pretty color. I'm excited to use this again. Stir that up. So the shimmer paste that I'm using, you guys, it is not glittery. It has a very, very light, like, it sparkles. It's not glittery, but it sparkles, and it's so pretty. And one of the things I like about the shimmer paste is that I have very rarely had to add any water to thin it. If it thickens, it just doesn't. I don't know what it is, but it's good. It's a good thing. All right, so I'm going to go in with this is my small squeegee. Unfortunately, you can't get them in pink, but they usually are the same color as the one I used before, kind of a teal color. And I'm going to scoop up some of that and do the same thing. Just cover up all those open areas leave it a little thicker than usual. We have found that the shimmer paste takes just a little bit longer, just a tiny little bit longer to dry. So, you know, I would probably recommend that you work just as fast as you would with chalk, the regular chalks. But this is so pretty. The light catches it, so, and that's what I like about it. So I'm going to do that feather, I think in that papaya again. I love that color. Okay, almost got it. There we go. All right, so that is all covered. And I'm going to go back in and scrape off the excess. Just kind of snowplow it off like I was saying. This is like wax on, wax off. So Leslie, I know you live near my daughter. She had a bear in her son's treehouse yesterday, so keep an eye on your kids. The kids were sitting up there eating pizza the other day when I was there, and apparently there was one piece left. This was about an hour after we left her house, and a little while later a bear came by and helped himself. All right, that has been scraped. Let's see, where can I put this? There's no place to put anything on my table. Okay, here we go. Let's peel this back again, just like we did before. Oh, so pretty. The thinner you scrape your paste, the better it looks. Look at that. It really looks, it looks really sharp against the black. It really does. Yeah, the bear. Apparently they're not interested in chickens. She's got a few in her yard. But just like the pizza. Okay, I'm gonna let this drop again, nice and easy. And I'm gonna go in and do this little leaf right here. I wanted to call it a feather, but I think it's a leaf. And I'm gonna bring that papaya in again. Some more papaya. Okay. So how many of you guys are looking forward to fall, or are you looking forward to it, or are you dreading it? I love the colors of fall. I kind of like the crisp weather. I'm a summer girl though, so I'm okay with it. I could go another month, it's fine, but love, thank you, Leslie. All right, here goes that branch. Sort of looks like a feather, doesn't it? All right, so I'm gonna cover this up. Done with papaya. For today anyway. You know there will be more. And I'm getting done with the shimmer gold, wrong cap. I have a little plate next to me where I put all my things that are drying. So let's pull that back. Ta-da! Love it. It looks so good, you guys. Actually, I'm gonna try that for a little bit. I'm gonna just dry this for a second, not too long. You want, if you do this, be sure to avoid the vinyl, the plastic, from your transfer. I'm just a little nervous about smudging this. All right. So you guys, while you're watching, the best compliment that you could give me is a share. So if you wouldn't mind sprinkling this video with your friends and family, I would really appreciate that. It's done. Oh, thank you for the love. That's so nice. All right, let's let that fall back down again. And all we have left to do is this part here. It's a big transfer, but we get through it pretty quickly, huh? So you don't need to be intimidated by these big guys. Now you know how to do it. wait till we finish it with this shimmer. Oh, it's going to be pretty. Okay. All right, this, I didn't stir this up, but I am going to. It's been a while since I've used this color. And it looks gorgeous. I'm sure it's fine, but I always make sure that all of the colors and the oils and all of that is all incorporated and nice and smooth. Gotta have everything, right? Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Last color. Going in with the shimmer red. It's gonna be so pretty. So, did you guys have a thunderstorm today? We had a rip-roaring thunderstorm today, and I gotta tell you, the sky was sunny. It was beautiful outside. It didn't get dark. It didn't rain. It just thundered like crazy, and there was no reason for it. I don't know why. I've never seen that before. I think thunder snow is a phenomena too that I still can't get over. So I'm scraping off that excess red. Yeah, I really shook my walls today. It was really loud. Scraping it off. So I often have people ask me, is this really as easy as it looks? Yeah, it is. And it's really as fun as it looks too. So if you've never tried this, you gotta try it. All right, we are done. Let's peel this off and see how it looks. All right. Of course, I have stuff all over my hands. All right, here we go, all done. Oh, I love it. You had rain and thunder for 5 minutes, yeah. It didn't last that long, but boy, was it loud. All right, so there she is. I am absolutely thrilled with the way this came out. Let's dry it up for a moment. So I am using a heat tool to dry this. If you have one, just keep it moving. Don't leave it sitting in one place. You can actually boil your chalk paste, so you want to keep that moving. You can also use a hair dryer if you want to dry it quicker, or you can just let it dry. The small letters that you see will be dry in about 5 minutes. The areas that are larger areas, like the word, like that little space in the middle of autumn, the A in the autumn, that'll take a little bit longer just because it's a bigger area. But this thing is ready to hang. This would really look pretty on one of those 18-inch pillows too, wouldn't it? Ooh. All right. She's a beauty. She's a beauty. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this tonight. I will be back tomorrow with another fun project. But before I go, I wanted to remind you guys that if you are not in my VIP group, you definitely want to make sure that you write VIP in the comments, because that is where I have specials and sales. And I also have, and I will have local events posted there very, very soon. I am working on a new space to hold some workshops, and I just need to figure out how many people I can get in my space. So making sure that we're being safe, social distancing. I'm going to have mask requirements. I'm going to have hand sanitizer, and I may have a forehead scanner. I hate to do that to people, but we all need to stay safe right now. But anyway, put VIP in the comments if you're not in my VIPs already, and if you would like to become a designer and have fun crafting like I do and get paid to do it, put join in the comments, and I will make sure that I get you some information. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.